Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT podcast. We are here with the full crew this time, and we're just
First time of the year.
First time of 2023, second podcast of the year. First time we're all here.
Hey.
Speaking of which, on my right
It's Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as Friedman.
and on my left,
Mr. Tyler.
and
Yep.
okay, and then across.
That's it.
The infamous hacker known as 4chan. Hello.
Oh God.
Who is this fortune?
Who is this 4chan?
I'm an infamous hacker. Nice to meet you. How's everybody doing today?
It's going.
Anyway.
Tyler,
I'm pausing. Tyler, I was waiting for your extra.
yeah, I
title
kept
edition. I'm like,
waiting
it's not
for
coming.
more.
Oh, I don't
Um,
know. I got nothing else. I got no funny quips right now.
no
funny
no
quips.
funny, just sad. Big
No,
sad.
no funny. Just big sad. The shit. Because you know what's fucking sad? Forspoken. Apparently, it's fucking sad.
Damn, jumping right into it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Why
Ouch,
not?
bro.
These
Why
review
not?
scores
Sony
are something else.
forspoke that there be a bad exclusive to start off the year.
Damn.
It feels.
I-
I'm not sure how. I'm a little bit upset because I thought it looks kind of cool.
So
But then,
a lot
you
of the
know-
reviews are like it's pretty-ish and the
Yeah,
gameplay is
well-
fun.
This is just what. This is the one of those games that comes out every once in a while and reminds you that trailers aren't the game.
Yeah. Did you play the trailer? Or not the trailer?
Oh,
Oh my god,
good.
play the trailer. Did you play the demo?
I wish I could play the trailer. It looks better.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
The trailer's
I'll tell you
pre-rendered,
what.
so
The UI was fucking ass. I hated it.
And it looks like they didn't fix anything about it either. I was watching a stream of it earlier, and it just looks. It looks kind of like a fan project in UE5, or like a
Damn.
like I don't know.
Damn.
It the dialogue is all kind of cringy. It looks visually it looks nice, but when you start looking at the way things are laid out and built, the world just seems not that real, I guess. When compared to something like The Witcher 3 where it's the world feels very lived in a game like that, this just kind of feels like
Stupidly
everything
empty.
just kind of looks cold and empty, I guess. Maybe that's what they were going for. I just didn't find it very, very appealing.
Yeah, you know what? To touch on that, it felt very Xbox 360 era, PS3, JRPG era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all know
there's a
exactly
very
what I'm
Infinite
talking
Undiscovery, all these random one-off titles that Square put out.
about.
Yeah. There's this very clearly much more square section of wall that you're intended to jump over. Stuff like that. But yeah, that being said, very disappointed. It looked really cool, but well,
Yeah.
better luck next time, Sony.
well, here's the the flip side of that statement, Aiden, is
Also,
at least
it's
they're
$70.
That's what I was about to say.
the
is that-
first
that-
one.
it's we're already off to a terrible start justifying
Yeah.
this price increase.
And yet, in 2 weeks, there will be 2 games, and then 3 games, and then all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just makes me want to wait for the Steam sale even more.
I'm just gonna play Doom. I'm just gonna emulate DOS and play Doom for the rest of my life.
Yo, when are we going to play a co-op Doom? That would be sick. Let's all download Brutal Doom and play it co-op together.
Dude,
Brutal
that
Doom has
shit.
co-op.
Well, the old Doom, the original Doom had co-op.
Oh my god!
Me, my dad, and my brother used to play that.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Bro, today I learned.
Yeah, the original Doom. You could totally play multiplayer. My dad, oh my god, Tyler especially could do this. Tyler, if you ask my dad about playing Doom with with 2 of my uncles, they would set up a fucking local network, and in Doom, you could totally host a network and play campaign levels together.
Oh shit.
Hold on, but that sort of defeats the purpose of Doom, which is to run it on the lowest tech device you could possibly find.
Freeman, back when they were running it, that was not even a meme. We're talking about like 30 years ago, okay?
30
All
years.
I'm saying is
that shit.
the meta game is to just play it on strange devices, not even to play the game.
Anyone who knows any Doom levels, on Final Doom level 32, wait for it, is the craziest level in the game where you spawn in front of every single gun. Playing that in co-op was the most fun shit ever because we would kill each other so many times with the BFG. I have memories of my dad coming over and pushing me away from the computer before going back to his keyboard so that I wouldn't accidentally kill him again.
Damn, fucked
Rude. Rude.
Funny shit is so it. Oh,
You know
shut the
what? That
fuck up!
trend-
No,
that
no,
trend
no,
continues,
no, no,
asshole.
no, no, no,
No, no, no,
no, no,
no. You
no,
sure about
no,
that?
no, no.
You fucking sure about that?
Everybody
okay, sure,
has
yeah,
friendly
yeah.
fire issues.
Yeah, lie to everybody. Lie to everybody.
You know, you are a magnet for bullets, Tyler. I'm just
Whatever, man. I don't want to hear that.
and
Shit.
exploding kegs.
You know what's probably got a magnet ability in it? The game Forspoken.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it
I like-
probably does. Honestly, it makes me sad because this could have it kind of gave me like Avatar-y kind of vibes with like all the different elemental powers and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I swear to God.
I really want a good game like that, and I'm so upset that this didn't pan out.
I know I don't really follow gaming that much these days since, I don't have time to play video games, but I remember this trailer coming out at the Game Awards, I think, right? And then, because that's when we all talked about it, I think.
At last year's, I think so.
And then I legitimately don't remember. I didn't remember this game existed until I saw the review on IGN the other day that was like, this game is kind of whatever. And I was like,
I wish I had
that thing.
Misfortune. Because I remember there was a trailer that came out after the Game Awards. It was like the second trailer or so, and it was the story trailer. And all I remember is thinking is, just, holy shit, all of this sounds so cringe. And I was like, hopefully it was just this trailer and it's not the whole game. But
Nah.
the majority of the memes I see are just like cringe dialogue memes making fun of this and that one game with a talking gun.
And that seems to be the thing of it is the gameplay is fine, the graphics are good if you can get it to run.
It's apparently not well optimized.
No, of course it's not. Come on.
It's an in-house Square Enix engine. What are you expecting here?
I was gonna say it's not like Squeenix is known for that shit, but then but the story and everything just sounds so bad.
Wait, there's a story?
Yes, it just sounds. It's that cringy dialogue.
I'm joking. I just haven't even thought about it.
I don't I watched a very early stream of it. Like the guy, he was like level 4 or something, and he's like walking around, I guess, the first town that you get to, and like there's just dialogue randomly about how the main character like doesn't like cats, and then she'll see a cat later and is like, "Oh, I love cats," and I'm like, "Well, what was all the other dialogue? Like what?" It was just so weird. It was so
character
weird.
development.
I guess like she hates and loves cats. I don't know. I guess she's bipolar or something or what. But like, fuck, I don't get it. Like it was just everything was really inconsistent. Like from the get, and it was immediately noticeable. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, like I don't really. Again, I didn't watch much of it, so I can't really say like how good or bad any of the characters are or whatnot, but like the dialogue I heard was just really poorly written.
Yeah, I didn't get much of the dialogue in the oh my god, I almost said the trailer, the demo. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was weird. I guess I don't know. I mostly hated the UI. I like the touch of your accessory was basically your nail, where it was your nails, whatever the color. Like you can get like different sets of nail polish, and that was your accessory, like your whatever. And I was like, hey, that's kind of funny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I might actually play this demo. I'm not paying $70 this game, but I'm
play the
curious what's
demo.
going
I
on.
mean,
Is that worth doing though? Because isn't the point of playing the demo?
Yeah, I'd like to know personally what everyone's complaining about.
That's fair.
I guess,
think
but if it goes well, then you're gonna be like, maybe I'm gonna buy this video
I think
game.
the magic is
That's
kind
fine.
of
Hey,
cool.
you know what? It's like there. You got to remember, there's still like a decent amount of people that will like this game. Like the majority of people definitely don't, but like somebody out there is gonna like it.
Keep in mind, I was a Pokemon fan. I can handle
I
mediocre
was a
JRPGs.
Pokemon fan. All right, well, we should move on from a bad video game to bad news for the internet's favorite TV show.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of forgot Rick and Morty existed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Damn.
last time I watched it, like we were still talking about being in lockdown for context.
Oh, I know we haven't been into it,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like,
Oh no, it's still a big show, and I'm for listeners for context. This is hot off the press news today, but Justin Roiland's no longer going to be voicing Rick or Morty. He's
well,
just not involved with the show
specifically,
anymore.
I was going to say, specifically, Adult Swim said he is no longer involved with any of our stuff, which includes Rick and Morty, in any capacity.
Was he involved with other stuff?
No,
Yeah.
but like like the video game. Wasn't the video game that he was in produced by Adult Swim?
I thought that was his studio.
It's
don't
his
know.
studio, but they've had
The
dealings
High on
with him in
Life.
the
Yeah,
past.
I'm sure they've Adult Swim has their logo on something he's done other than that, or they were working on something. So, yeah, Justin Roiland's out ever since his what was it? He got arrested the other day, and it wasn't like this all happened a year ago, but it became news because he got
It was disclosed, but it happened in 2020.
yeah. So, oops.
Either way,
Or as everyone has said since this news came out, oh geez, Rick,
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Jeez,
Good
Rick.
lord.
or any
I
other
like
time of those.
honestly, I kind of feel like the best years of Rick and Morty were already behind it. So like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think all of us
I
stopped.
enjoyed what we got out of it, but like,
Didn't we
it
all
is
kind
what
of
it
stop
is.
after like season 3-ish? Was kind of when it like Pickle Rick is when it started to become too much of a meme-ish.
It was the season after Pickle Rick where everything started going off the rails that I noticed people didn't like it, but not gonna lie, I really enjoyed season 4, but I realized it's not most people's like cup of tea. But yeah, like I can't see myself watching without him voicing Rick and Morty. Like I don't like they're gonna have to find someone who just has a completely different take on the character to do it well. Because if someone else comes in and tries to do an imitation, I don't think it's gonna be as good.
See, you say that, but a lot of people reading through. Obviously, it's comments on Reddit, so
Oh
take it
my
with a
God,
grain of salt. But what?
I just had like a brain blast as how they could actually just rewrite the character.
What?
Like
Oh.
they
Another
can just
universe
kill,
Rick and Morty
they
take
can-
over.
No, they can kill him, and then he just comes back like it's Doctor Who as like a different person.
Oh, God.
Oh, like they say it was a cloning issue, and he comes back, and they go, "Oh, this is what my voice sounds like. My cloning process fucked up."
Yeah, it could be something that simple.
I was
And,
gonna
like,
say,
that would be
or
fine.
you could find impersonators. Like, apparently, there's some famous guy on TikTok who does like Morty voice, like as like a famous TikTok. He pretends to be Morty.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not saying you'd want that, but
Peter
like,
Griffin guy.
no, yeah, but like,
kind of
or
thing.
like, I think someone on the Reddit thread mentioned that Cleveland from the Cleveland Show and Family Guy got replaced at some point from the original voice actor, and like no one really noticed or anything.
Damn.
Wait,
I don't know that for sure. Maybe people did notice. All I saw was that, but like I don't know.
I don't know.
Or you could just do the totally in-universe thing, and someone goes, "Rick, why is your voice different?" He goes, "Oh, cloning that messed up." Blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they could figure something out. But I also feel like Rick and Morty is just so played out at this point.
Yeah, probably.
And I feel like a lot of it probably, at least some of the like characters had to come from Justin Roiland's like improv and everything like that. Whatever. Anyway, he's out. We don't have to linger on this. None of us have really been keeping up on Rick and Morty at all, so it's just kind of over for him in Adult Swim. And who knows? I mean, maybe he'll try to do another game on his own or something, or I'm sure he's not going to just someone like that doesn't strike me as the kind of person to just give up
He's not
on.
gonna just be
Assuming he
blacklisted
doesn't
after
just
this.
go to prison or
Yeah, assuming he doesn't
all
go to
the other
prison.
things that
Yeah.
could happen.
I'm just saying, like, at some point, he's going to try to make some comeback thing. Like, it's not on here, but isn't there, like, a Bill Cosby trying to do, like, a comedy tour or something like that?
I don't think it's gonna succeed.
Wasn't
Oh,
No, I know that,
God.
but wasn't that, like, a headline in the last week or two? That he
I
was
did
coming
not
back?
see it.
No, I
Bill
didn't see that.
Cosby tour. Yep, he plans to tour in 2023.
Fucking
He's
called it.
starting spring and September.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, okay, cool. Oh, there's also a new sexual assault lawsuit. Just like
Oh god.
Oh my god.
All right, hold on. So
This is-
slightly change topic back to what we said because you mentioned the Cleveland voice actor getting replaced. I was like, oh, when did they replace him? And I look it up and I see, oh, he was replaced in season 20 of Family Guy, and I had to pause for a second. I'm like, season what?
20.
Season what?
Good lord, they're on.
That
season
explains it.
21
No one
now.
watched the show anymore, so that's how they were just able to seamlessly
Yeah.
replace him.
Holy crap! All right,
That's like saying Bart on The Simpsons got replaced finally, and it's like, oh. No, that's...
after 50 seasons.
Yeah, seriously. 50 years, 90, 100 years, Rick and Morty. But
You guys
Yeah,
actually
right.
still watch
Bro,
The Simpsons?
it's true.
No.
Rick and Morty will always live on in my heart.
Rick and Morty, 1,000 years,
1,000 years, Morty.
900 more seasons. All right.
You know what has only one episode, just came out with a second episode of its first season.
The Last of Us.
Well, but this season is the first of us.
Definitely a new and completely original story.
Stop.
Never
not
before
based on
Completely
seen.
anything.
original. So very original. This has
So-
not been done.
I will say, to head off the memes, apparently episode 2, which just came out today, does start deviating more from the original.
Okay, that's.
I'm not
that's
saying,
good.
I'm sure it doesn't do that much, but I was reading through on like the IGN comments, and a lot of people are like, yeah, it's starting to deviate more, so.
Okay, that's good. In my opinion. My only reservation. All right, so we're talking about The Last of Us. I put it here because I figured it'd be an interesting thing to talk about. I want to start off by saying if I were to just judge so far based off this first episode, I'm not happy because why couldn't Halo be this good is beyond me. Like why though? Like why? Like why?
Because some writers understand that it's not their job to use somebody else's IP to leave their mark on the industry.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I will say, because, like, the one thing, because Michelle and I were talking about, we're like, how the fuck are they going to, like, do this story, right? Because it's like, it was already a good story. And I'm like, oh, they're just going to tell the same fucking story. Like, at least this first episode, right? When I mean tell the same story, they tell the same story. Like, beat for beat, the cutscenes. I mean, they changed the out, like, the results were the same, but the, like, how they got there change a little bit.
Can I
Right?
ask a loaded question?
Yeah.
Did changing the cutscenes to live action versus in-game render improve them?
Yeah. I will say they cut out things, like, not to be like, I won't spoil anything. Funny enough, right? It's like I'm not gonna spoil something for what I just said was a story that was already told. Like they cut out some things like the wharf, like at the beginning of Last of Us, there's the wharf. There's a scene, there's this guy who ends up double crossing Joel and Tess, right? The two main characters at the beginning of the game. And Tess is like, we're gonna go fuck him up. And there's this whole segment where you go through the wharf, to find this guy named Robert to kill him, right? And they cut that whole part out. And I'm like, you know what? That's great because like we didn't need to see that anyway.
Yeah.
Shit like shit like that, and also the outcome, like, and it wasn't just the way how they cut it, it was how they cut it, and that where I get into like they fast forwarded it, and they got to the thing without like, you know, being weird about it. So that part I won't say, but you know what I'm talking about. Instead of Tess killing Robert, someone else kills Robert.
Robert.
That's what I was thinking of too.
Which honestly, I'm not a big fan of that because that kind of it kind of diminishes from the character that, you know.
I
I think
guess.
I think it diminishes from the character overall, and we'll see how it pans out later. But I don't know.
No, wait, which character? Are we talking about the one Tess or the one who actually killed Robert?
The one who kills Robert.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
and well, and Tess too. I think it diminishes from both characters.
All right. I
Like
have seen
it was a change that I think was just like
because in the
I don't know, it was weird. There were a lot of things that I thought were weird about the first episode, but like nothing was bad about it. It was all like very minor complaints about like things happening in certain ways or characters behaving in a certain way, and it was like it wasn't egregious enough that I was bothered by it.
I hear you. Yeah, I think the what I like I'll say too, and like as much as the show, at least this first episode was pretty solid to me. Like I did feel like recalling back to the game a lot, and I'm like, am I supposed to do this? Or like, is this good? Or I asked myself at one point, I'm like, is this good, or am I just remembering that the game is good? Or like comparing the characters a lot. Um, I will say, speaking of which, like with those scenes, I thought it was fucking hilarious. So as the episode goes on, I'm calling out like every single shot that happens next. Like I'm talking about like as far as like the screenwriting goes. And I'm like, man, this is like ever since like Joel gets home and they're having the conversation and like they're talking about like the watch and everything, and I was like, wait, this is literally the same conversation. And so they're like, all right, we'll watch this movie, and then Sarah starts laying on Joel's lap, and I'm like, all right, now watch this, Michelle. Cut to Sarah laying by herself on the couch and Joel's on the phone, and immediately is that she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I was like, all right, now cut to Tess comes in bloody and talking to Joel about how they gotta go fuck up Robert. And it's immediately that next. She's like, what the she's like, you played this recently. I'm like, I swear to God I didn't.
I
She
mean,
learned
even if you didn't, the beginning of the game is iconic enough, and like
yeah,
they literally, I mean, shot for shot, bro.
shot for shot. It was funny though. She finally learned how much of a loser I was. So it works out. But yeah, it's literally shot for shot like the game. They did fuck me up though because I was like, oh, that car's about to hit him, and I'm like, wait, the car didn't hit them because when they go through that intersection in the game, the car hits them, but it didn't. The show was like, ha, made you look. Psych, it's this fucking piece of a plane that was crashing. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was one of those things that actually bothered me.
What?
It did because
To
it went
psych
from
you
like
out?
it went from I know, but it's like you psych me out with something that's not a fucking plane. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I
you would
mean?
never seen that plane coming.
No, but why was there a commercial jet flying that
You
low
know,
to the ground over a fucking rural town in Texas?
you know.
Maybe if you watch the show, you'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you
We
never
already-
do.
You never do.
Never
We already
mind.
time skipped. It's fine.
Yeah, they time skip. Time
Oh,
skip
God.
to 20. Well, I was kind of annoyed too, but I guess like normies would be fine with it. But like in The Last of Us, you don't really know exactly like what year it is. Like they
Oh,
kind of
yes.
keep it very abstract, kind of. Um,
When you say you don't know what year it is it like no one has cell phones on them, so
no,
you
all
can't
right.
tell,
So
or
as far as like the time period and like the state of a lot of things, like the game doesn't give a lot of world like building. It's like it gives you like what I feel like is the bare bones. Like you learn some things through like the set design and like some of the like journals and stuff, but like most of the journal stuff has to do with like people out like like just like at the current time. Like I feel like the story takes like a big like Walking Dead approach where it's like we're not gonna focus so much about how all this shit started. Like this story is about like Joel and Ellie and like their journey through this like fucking hellscape
Yeah,
basically.
the origin doesn't matter. It's just about dealing with the fact that it's happening.
Yeah. Which it looks like this show is focusing a little bit more about where it came from and how it was made. But I guess like according to some things I heard about episode 2, like they changed some things the about the spores. How I guess it's not spores now. It's like tendrils. I don't fucking know.
What?
I don't know. I guess they changed some stuff.
Did they? I mean, I thought they were pretty. I feel like they were pretty clear.
Did
when
you
they
watch
talked
episode?
about it.
Did you watch episode 2?
Oh no, you're talking. Oh, it happens in.
I'm talking about
episode
episode
okay.
2. Yeah,
I
like
haven't watched
specifically.
episode 2 yet.
Yeah,
I
I watch it on Wednesdays with Michelle, so I haven't caught up yet. Yeah, I would have seen it on Sunday if I didn't have to go somewhere.
You didn't have to hang out with friends.
Sundays. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a shame that happened, isn't it?
It's alright. I got to be old man screaming at the fucking sky.
I was gonna say that was pretty hilarious.
It was funny.
I
Not
was,
again!
I was the sky because you were screaming at me.
I was screaming at you, and I was like screaming at Cricket. I was fucking pissed.
That was
For
really
context,
funny.
for context, listeners, playing D&D, my character is, part of this detective agency with all my great friends, and this fucking child, because he's number one, these children always coming through and being like, ho ho, I know more than you, ho ho, goodbye. And then
Not the first time this has happened to us.
not the first time this has happened to me. Second time, I try to catch up with this little bastard, and like he's just gone, and I'm like, not again. I'm chasing after him, and Tim's like, nope, they're gone forever. I'm like, I hate this. To the point at which like my character Luther's like, yo, I don't have a murderous bone in my body, but I'm gonna murder this fucking kid because I'm tired of these little shits getting away from me.
I don't know what to tell you, Tyler. Sometimes Leslie casts spells that have repercussions, and
Whatever, man. Speaking of whatever, Dungeons & Dragons is canceled anyway, so it doesn't matter.
A nickel for every time Leslie casts a spell during an investigation my character's on that completely derails it, I'd have enough to pay off our secretary in game.
True. But yeah, Dungeons & Dragons is canceled. We need to find a new game.
Do we even want to go into this? Oh god.
Why not?
There's so many to play. It's not that big of a deal.
So
not big of a deal.
Wizard, as we've talked about on this podcast before, Wizards loves to only care about money these days because Hasbro's like, hey, we're a failing game company. Wizards, you make money for free. How can we literally suck every dollar out of you?
Bro,
and, with Magic, it's easy because you just sell expensive cardboard, and that's all you have to do. But with D&D, how do you make money? Well, there's this thing called the Open Gaming License that was created years and years ago that basically said, hey, if you want to take the basic D&D rule set and expand and build on it, here is a license to do that. And not even all of them, but like a lot of RPG systems, like the world famous game Pathfinder, were built off of this open gaming license. So Wizards announces, hey, we're gonna update this 20-year-old document, 30-year-old document. We're just gonna throw some minor changes in here. Don't worry about it. Anything using this license, we gain control of legally, we are owners of it. You kind of report to us, you no longer have any claim to it. We get 25% of all revenue. This applies to things outside of, it doesn't just apply to if you sell an RPG system. Things like Critical Role would owe them money, and they would be legally reporting to Wizards, So all really good, reasonable moves all around. And so there was a massive backlash, which the Magic community can't really do anymore because they're just angry all the time. So Wizards just ignores them. But the whole world got
Community.
the D&D community and everyone else at large was like, "Hey, this is actually fucked up. Wizards, this is stupid." And so Wizards goes, "Okay, guys, we're going to delay this." And then in their press release, they have one of the absolute funniest lines any company has ever put in a press release.
Guys, we rolled a 1, I think is their opening line.
I don't, probably, but the ending is, a lot of people are going to say that you guys won and we lost. That's not how it happens. You guys won and we also won.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Is that actually what happened?
Yeah, that line is
Please
the one
check
what
their
the fuck
press
did they
release.
just say?
Everyone is like,
God.
you are such losers. That is honestly one of the funniest things a company has ever put out in a press release I've ever heard in my life.
Oh god.
You didn't win. We also win.
We also win. Oh, okay.
You know what's so funny? I could see someone in a boardroom who's never been a real human being in their entire life being like, this sounds really like we're connected and we're not the enemy here. The whole point of this is we're all on the same team and we're just trying to find the best way for this. Meanwhile, these guys are literally sitting on like thrones of money. Like, it's pathetic. It's the most written by rich people in a skyscraper who've never touched real earth in their entire life.
Never touched a real earth. Oh no.
Like, I can quite literally imagine whoever's like drawing up the drafting is like, don't let them think they won, because then they think they can fight again. Let them think they'll never need to fight again. Like, that's what I got reading this.
It's all, every bad thing a corporate person you could imagine saying is definitely correct.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up. But yeah, like a lot of these companies are like at Jeopardy, like Critical Role and like what are we using? Roll20, like Roll20. I mean, I think they have like special shit like with them possibly, but like they have that clause where it's like, yo, we can change this at any fucking time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't like what you're doing, shut them down.
That is the scummiest fucking shit I have ever heard.
The thing that really kills me is they've had the OGL for a long time. It's almost like set in stone at this point.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
There'd be massive legal repercussions when they change it, but they want to change it. And at the same time, Wizards is like, you on that reserve list?
I was waiting.
Magic cards? We can't touch that. Sorry, guys. And it's like, well, hold the front door. Which is it?
Now you know
can
what?
You not change your own self-imposed rules,
Freeman,
or can you?
I guarantee that based on comments that came out around when Magic 30 was happening, that someone at like Mark Rosewater, someone at Wizards would go, it's a very different situation. We made legal agreements based on the reserve list, and the open gaming license is just we control that completely. It's a vastly different thing.
One was a promise so that people wouldn't sue us. This is a promise that we won't sue other people. That's why we can break it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
God damn it.
All right. So when are we playing Vampire the Masquerade?
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't see a reason to stop playing D&D forever for the simple reason that everyone in our group has a player's handbook and none of us subscribe to Beyond, and that, like, how long did we play 3.5? Up until a couple years ago when Tyler, you hosted the first game on 5 and then I switched for, was Fable 2 on 5? I can't remember.
No, Fable 2 is still on 3.5 because that was our last 3.5 campaign.
Yeah, it was. That was the last 3.5 campaign I'll ever probably run.
I forced everyone again to do 5.
Yes.
Look, man, cantrips were a game changer.
No. Freeman, don't get me wrong. I'm very nostalgic for 3.5 because I literally played 3.5 for what is a third of my life now. But I am fine saying 5 is a really good system.
If only the rest of the players would be able to just get on that easily.
What?
If only.
Wait, what are you getting at?
It sounds like your target is not listening to you, Tyler.
No, my target is not listening to me. There are specifically 2 targets that are not listening to this podcast actively, so.
Well, is one of them on the podcast?
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Aiden and he wasn't saying anything.
What? No. No.
That's why I was like, wait, everyone in
I
our
was like,
group
which
is
of us is
fine.
direct-
No,
Directed at
Aiden's
Yeah.
fine. Aiden gets the rules.
I-
Aiden,
I mean, you know.
That's why Aiden was so
understand.
quiet. I thought it was something else.
no.
I'm a big fan of D&D Level Up.
D&D what?
D&D, it's a Level Up is it's like a revision of like the 5e rule set.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, it's
Alright,
called
they're gonna have to
Level
start
Up
paying them
Advanced
anyway.
5e.
Is that the new thing where they like remove the word race and all that?
No, they
Or no, is that a different thing?
No, that's actual D&D.
That's
D&D
actual
World.
That's
D&D.
actual.
Yeah, Level Up actually, I mean, honestly, they take 5e and literally make it a real game. So
Damn, a real
Uh,
game. Wow.
Real game.
yeah, like they actually make the game feel a lot more meaningful with like the choices that you make with your character, like how you build your character. Like basically every aspect of your character has a lot more depth to it. Like the race and background of your character changes a lot about like the things that you are good at. Like they allow for things like they actually have like proper like hybrid classes. So if you multi-class into that like two specific things, there are rule sets and abilities that are specific to that multi-class combination.
Ooh.
Like so
Dude, me and Freeman, I'm sorry, just me and Freeman saying "ooh" at exactly the same time was such a perfect.
I like this for sharing brain cells tonight.
they allow for stuff for you to like be you were like a dwarven orphan or something, and there was like you grew up in some like elven village and shit like that, and that will affect specific things about how your character can interact.
So it's
like,
Dragon Age
you're a
Origins.
yeah, pretty much. yeah, basically. Except, it's tabletop and also a good game. I'm just kidding. Dragon Age Origins is a really good
You mean
game.
the
I'm
one
gonna
good
take
game? Like,
that. Yeah, the one good Dragon Age, yes.
I still never played
I can't
Inquisition.
shit on Origins.
I still need to play Inquisition. I heard that it's
No,
better.
you don't.
It's better than 2, which is a good
No,
step up.
No, you don't.
Really?
You don't need to play it.
I heard Inquisition was better than.
How do you feel about MMOs, Tim?
Oh well, then okay. I'll just stick with Origins again.
Because it's a single player RPG that plays like it's a fucking MMO.
Oh, I've been meaning to play the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and I really should get to that soon instead of playing
Bro,
Inquisition.
let me fucking tell you, brother.
I know you played it.
Yes.
I know,
I know
Tyler.
we talked about it, but like I gotta tell you again.
Tyler, you don't understand how much of my day is spent daydreaming of the world where I can make a clone whose job it is to sit in this chair and play video games all day.
Listen,
So-
no, I can solve this problem for you. Or
Oh,
more like
Lord,
you
please
can.
don't.
No, you sure?
Oh, I'm worried.
I was gonna say just get a deck, dude.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were going to say something very horrible about Tim's son.
What the hell?
I thought he
No.
was too.
What the fuck? Damn.
No, see, here's the
shit.
thing, Tyler. You're not wrong, but the flip side of that is I have like actual work to do at work finally, and then at home it's like Henry likes to grab for things.
He does like to grab for things a lot.
He likes- he
my
likes the-
my
the
phone has
glowing
been in his
rectangle.
mouth at least once, so
True. He also likes to drool a lot.
He did throw up like squarely on your phone and
directly onto my phone while I had him on
Directly
Sunday.
onto the phone.
He was like, "Oh, what's that?" Anyway, we should keep going because we're like already over a half hour in, and I didn't think we would take this long to get through like 6 short topics.
Oh, it's fine. We should short, but
Fine.
we'll keep
Oscar nominees. Fucking cares.
going. Not gonna lie,
Whatever.
reading this list, all I could think of was like, has it really only been a year since Everything Everywhere All at Once came out? Like, this feels like forever ago we saw this.
Straight up correct. I feel like it's been a million years since we saw that movie.
Turns out it was eligible for awards this year.
Turns out it was like the best movie of the year? Question mark with the most, or at least had the most nominations, which is kind of
Oh, it had a shit
astounding.
ton.
It had 11, which is like, I don't know if it's the record, but it's definitely up there. Then again, okay, crazy question, not crazy. Does it feel like every year there is the one movie that they just throw a nomination at from every possible category?
Yeah, but I also feel like it feels like there's less movies that are chasing Oscars every year. So there's always like
That
one or
feels
two.
no, Freeman. I would flip.
No, have you seen this list?
I was
You
just
feel
gonna
like
say
this
I
is a
was
stacked year.
no. I wouldn't say it's a stacked year. I feel like we are becoming more immune to those movies, and you are just registering them on a lower level. This Fabelmans movie from Steven Spielberg is all over the place too. I have no idea what that movie even is, and it's a Steven Spielberg
there's
movie.
Fablemans, The Banshees of Inisherin,
Whatever
like,
that is. I'm kind of
Elvis
impressed.
is a biopic, like that.
Yeah, Elvis, a movie I heard
Yeah.
decent things about. I didn't want to see Elvis, but I heard it was only decent, and it's all over the place. Like, I feel like we are just not as interested, and we have kind of realized this is what this movie is for. Okay, the fact that fucking Way of Water is on the Best Picture list feels like, please, let's just give James Cameron some nominations. Can we just do this? We know it's not going to win. It's physically impossible for this movie to win Best Picture, but we have to give it more than just visual effects for the free win, okay?
Who else was up for visual effects? Hold on.
I have it open. I'm
West
scrolling
Front,
down.
Avatar.
Oh, also,
Oh, the Batman was nominated. Okay. I thought it was
side
nominated for
note,
nothing.
I legit forgot Batman came out this year. Side note, cinematography not having a nomination for Top Gun feels rough. That's the honestly, Top Gun is like the only movie that got nominated for anything that I kind of looked at, but it was not nominated for cinematography. But a lot of those shots, even in cockpit and out of cockpit,
You're just being biased.
I don't know, man. There's some pretty sick shots.
It was on for visual effects, though. So maybe.
Well, yeah, because all the shots where they had one plane that is real and a fake plane are real good.
But were all of like the best shots like very visual effect heavy?
No, I don't think. No.
All right, I'm just asking.
Anyway, no, it's fine. Honestly, it's a weird year when like I don't know. I just feel like I recognize so few movies from this year. Let me put it that way. Like, I feel like I saw such a little portion of this list.
There was also 0 bangers this year.
True.
Like,
In my opinion, I thought Top Gun was very good. Would I
Top
call
Gun
it a
was good.
certified hood classic? No.
I think it's just
Would
a
I call
solid.
it a banger? No. It's not a
How
banger.
is it
It's
not a
not.
banger? What do you,
It's
bro,
not.
fuck,
It's not a
how is-
banger. I really like the movie. I respectfully will say it's not a banger.
See, Tyler, okay. I'm struggling there because I kind of want to call it a banger because I feel like it's a movie I would literally watch over and over and have no problem. Not as good as like Mad Max, but I feel like Top Gun is one of those movies that's just now forever in my back pocket of I will watch this no problem. Plus, I gave it my movie of the year. So, oh yeah, that was I forget. Aiden, were you there for when we did the year wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's already been a
God,
month since
I
that
forgot.
podcast. Jesus.
I forgot Avatar came out.
What?
Yeah.
It was just
The one
getting.
that's in theaters right now.
I was gonna say we went to the movies for. We're gonna talk about it later, but the Slime movie on Sunday, and as Freeman, I made this comment to you and Val as we walked in because we hand our tickets to the lady checking us in, and then the woman behind her, standing next to the rack of 3D glasses, goes, "What are they seeing?" And she goes, "No, it's not Avatar." And I just look at Freeman and Val and I go, "Yep, you know an Avatar movie's in theaters when they have the racks of 3D glasses out."
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
didn't take
God.
it too seriously until we got up to the front counter and I saw they had alternate versions of every single cup and bucket that were Avatar themed.
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
lord!
damn, Avatar really is in theaters right now.
just in
Totally.
case you didn't notice.
Damn, we really do live in a society.
Didn't it fucking
Yeah, we're
like
part of it.
suck in the box office too, comparatively?
It broke 2 billion.
Fuck, dude.
I'll
Why
say
are
it
people
did not
goddamn
suck.
sheep, bro?
I'll say it definitely did not suck in the box office.
God damn it. I was really hoping that it wasn't gonna be
You knew.
Yeah, I know. I just like bro, we wait 13 years for a fucking sequel and like this is the best you got.
Actually, speaking of the nominations, last thing, just because I saw this headline, for the first time ever, an actor in an actual Marvel movie has been nominated for their role in a Marvel movie. Angela Bassett playing the Queen Mother in.
All right, I will say, as mediocre as I thought Wakanda
She does a
Forever,
great job.
Yeah, Angela Bassett. Number one, Angela Bassett could get it. Number two, she did a really good job in that movie.
Yes, no, she was really, really good. I still remember that scene in the beginning when she's like at the UN or something or some international conference.
Oh God, yeah.
And she's just ripping into everybody when they bring in those mercenaries. That's pretty great.
That was a fantastic scene. She was just really good in that movie. She stole the movie.
She has all the charisma that like everyone else doesn't have in the movie. That's harsher than it should be, but I'm just trying to get the point apart.
True.
You know what's really harsh? To say that 343 has done a very bad job of managing the Halo license.
Is it harsh if it's true?
So
name one good Halo game that 343
Master Chief
has
Collection.
made. I'll wait.
Master Chief Collection. God damn.
I was waiting.
I said that they made.
No, they made that.
Yeah,
Come
they
on.
made the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah. I was
already existing games into a game is not.
What are the last
Halo
four
2
words
remastered.
Remade?
Halo 2 remastered.
God, and you know what? That wasn't even. That was like partially them.
See, I was waiting. I was just waiting for someone to do the. That's on me. I set the bar too low. Me.
That's on me. I set the bar too low.
So there was this rumor going around last week that because of the interesting levels of success for Halo since 343 was formed, that Microsoft was looking to either disband them or kind of turn them into like an oversight group and let other studios crack at Halo. That was debunked pretty quick, but the fact that it gained so much traction and honestly some hype is kind of like, wow, 343 is really not looking good. Like, there was a statement from the head of the 343 studio that was like, this is not true. Please do not believe this. We love Halo here. And it's like, yeah, maybe you love Halo, but you don't love making good Halo games, I guess. Like,
not a good Halo game.
We still can't play Halo 6 co-op because we still fucking don't have co-op.
Yeah,
I want to do this.
I'm honestly thinking of just playing that shit by myself at this point.
But Tyler, honest question, do you really give enough of a shit to put it over other games in your queue?
No.
There you go. So why not just wait? We've waited this long. No one's jonesing to play this. I am so much. It's it's so sad.
They should be embarrassed.
Yes, they should be. I'm much more hyped to play remake of Dead Space later this week than I am. I should just pre-order that tonight and just pull the trigger. I'm gonna fucking
same goddamn game.
So is Master Chief Collection. So Halo 6 is like supposed to be a new game. I'd rather replay Dead Space 1 in a cool new version. After me and Freeman the other night watched the trailer and the breakdown about how much is new versus not, and I'm like, this sounds like the perfect job for a remake. Whereas fucking like Halo 6 is a game I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to play the way I want to play it.
I guess.
Look, Tyler, we already talked about the Halo TV show. Look, I'm not here to talk about Dead Space. We're here to talk about Halo and how Halo has not been doing so hot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Infinite was a pretty big letdown for me. I was pretty hyped to play.
Oh my god, I
Infinite
keep calling it
too.
6. I forgot it's actually
the actual
Yeah, we
name.
transcended numbers.
I completely just by habit was like Halo 6.
Galo 6. Oh well, it's fine.
You know what?
Not really.
When co-op comes out, you know what we should do? We should just replay Master Chief Collection co-op again. That'll make us all feel better.
Man, Halo 2
title
Legendary was rough though.
Well, yeah.
Halo infinitely better.
Halo infinitely better.
Tyler, here's what we're gonna do. When Infinite co-op comes out, we're gonna replay 2 on Heroic co-op so that we don't insta lose, but we can rewatch all those sick cutscenes together. Oh
Fine.
man. I don't know. It's between that or the end of Halo 3 where we're all getting hyped doing the Warthog run. Speaking of...
Oh, that's right. Halo has an anime, so which means it's time for the Weeb shit.
Oh, God damn it.
Awful transition. Don't
it
watch
sure
that
does. Yeah, it's
Taking a fucking nap.
What was it
But
called
maybe
again?
you should watch that anime because everything this season is getting delayed.
Yeah, COVID strikes again.
Yeah, half of this is China, the other half of this is Japan, and it's not just anime that's feeling it. But we're now, if you want to count Uncle from Another World, we're on
The never-ending
show.
fucking show.
Yeah, this delay just keeps going. This show started in July, for context.
Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna make it a year. What's gonna happen?
We're on the fourth show, the third show of this season that has a confirmed indefinite delay. I know it's Nier Automata. We just got Kubo-san Won't Let Me Be Invisible, and some shitty one about male idols. But you guys aren't gonna like it. But there's a guy spreading a rumor, and so far he's been pretty spot on. And his current rumor is that Misfit of Demon King Academy is going to be the next one announced.
I saw that
to
one.
have delays, but they haven't announced it yet, which means we're probably cleared through episode 6 or 7, hopefully. Either way, it's getting rough out there. It's affecting more than just the anime industry. The Fate Grand Order community is in fucking shambles right now because something that was confirmed for like December 31st. Got split into 2 parts, and they're like, don't worry, the second part is definitely happening by the end of January. And now they're like low-key don't want to announce that it's not happening in January at all.
Yeah, but who cares about Fate Grand Order players?
On top of that, you still have what I brought up last time, the Fate Strange Fake special, which was supposed to be a 1-hour special airing on New Year's, and was the whole fucking point of the Fate Grand Order New Year's stream, got delayed to July, and they announced this delay like 2 weeks before.
Damn.
So you gotta sit there and ask, like, this thing was supposed to be ready in 2 weeks, and they're delaying it 6 months. What the fuck happened? So don't be surprised when more of this happens. There's a pretty good post on r/anime this week about like what's going on with A1 Pictures, who is like the studio that Aniplex throws all their shit at. For anyone out of the loop, the CEO stepped down like 2 months ago over a 1-month delay in the most recent Sword Art Online movie because it was supposed to be their big Christmas moneymaker and it just fucking missed. So like A1 Pictures, Cloverworks, who everyone hates Cloverworks after what happened with Promised Neverland last year, but they've been kind of bouncing back. They're still getting hit with delays. It's just rough out there. There's too much anime to be made, and Mappa is just like, we'll try. But
Mappa's like, give us more shows. We're fine.
Like the interviews that this guy on the anime subreddit brought out, he's like, I brought 2 almost identical interview questions asked to the CEO of Bones and the CEO of Mappa, and Bones is just like, there's a lot more demand out there, and it's getting kind of difficult to meet it. Like, this is going to be an industry struggle. And then the Mappa CEO was asked the same question, and he's just like, we see every struggle as an opportunity, and we also see a wall of struggle heading our way. And it's just...
Jesus Christ, the most CEO speak in the world.
The Mappa CEO is on some other level. He's going to start killing people, I swear. But don't be... listeners, don't be surprised when random shit starts getting delayed. Including Mappa's big delay, which they announced last week and got me fucking...
Oh my lord. This isn't even a delay. This is a cheat code.
Every single group chat I'm in got me ranting to them about this. Because I'm pissed that this fucking meme became a real thing. So, first, listeners will explain what the announcement was. For a while now, we knew that Attack on Titan had to air spring season. Mappa has so much shit going on in every other season that this would be the time where Attack on Titan final season part 3 would air. And they finally come out in like the middle of the night on like, it was like a Monday night or some shit. Some weird day to have this press release. And they're like, due to production committee pushing, we're just going to push what we have available out there, but we want everyone to know that Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 3 is now airing in 2 parts. And then that's the end of the announcement. And everyone's like, what the fuck does that mean? Does it mean 6 episodes now and 6 episodes later? Like, what's the count? And they're like, oh, there'll be 1 broadcast special now, and then the second part will air later. And everyone's like, one special? What does that mean? And then they start looking more like, so it's a 1-hour special. And then they start digging more into what was said, where they said they wanted to air the final part in its entirety on the air date that we're only getting part 1, which led to another pause of, is this whole season just like supposed to be a movie that they're splitting into parts? Or is it 2 1-hour long bits and the second part's not done yet? But then they go and they name it. They named this Attack on Titan final season. They dropped the part 3 and they now called it final season, final part 1.
Fuck
2.8.
Did you hear about this, Hayden?
That doesn't sound ambiguous at all.
The fact that people are calling this Attack on Titan 4.3.1 has me livid.
I mean,
Why?
it's not wrong though. That's basically what it be.
It is, but like, I have people who aren't gonna watch this because they're tired of waiting. They jumped in when they saw that 2 seasons ago it was called the final season, and now they're just annoyed.
Damn.
Like this is bad marketing, and and I'm not blaming Mappa for this one because Mappa is not on the production committee. That's why Studio Wit ditched Titan because the production committee wouldn't let them in. This was 100% other executives saying, you committed to putting something out in March, you gotta air it. Even despite all these bad optics, this is what they want to do. This is how they chose to do it, and they think this is right, and it's so fucking annoying. Either way, we're getting part 1 of Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3 on March something, with the second part having no known release date. So that's right. The conclusion will happen years after the final season started airing with its part 1 way back in 2021, I think. I straight up don't remember anymore.
Just never say these dates.
Yeah. Fuck this. I just want to know how this ends, and I don't want to read the manga. But moving on. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. The movie released in U.S. theaters over last weekend, and it pulled in $1.4 million in the box office. Weebs know how to spend money on shitty isekai movies, right?
Now, based on our viewing experience that we'll go over later, do you think did this earn more or less than the Quintuplets movie?
I don't know.
Because I gotta say, I think I told everybody this on Sunday, but Tyler, there were definitely more people in our showing of Quintuplets than in the Slime showing.
Well,
yeah,
hold
makes
on.
sense.
We also went on opening night.
Yeah.
For,
and Luigi just went to Slime today, and he was alone in the theater.
I saw that.
I don't know. Like, the thing about the Quintuplets is this was like the canon finale of the franchise.
Freeman, you don't have to justify it. But Slime is a much bigger franchise than Quintuplets.
I'm not actually sure about that.
What? Isn't Slime is so big it got on billboards in Times Square? There's no planet where the Quintuplets movie got on Times Square.
Check. All right, sorry. I wasn't sure if it was Shonen Jump. No, it's the magazine that runs Attack on Titan had Quintuplets. So I can't tell on sales here. But let me put it this way. Men of culture were drawn to the Quintuplets movie, whereas Slime, I don't know if it had a targeted, avid audience who want. Like, keep in mind, we went to Slime and it was dead silent in the theater.
I was gonna say I'm trying to save this for later, but
oh, sorry.
Let's save it for later because I want to go into it under what we watched and played.
Regardless, I'm willing to bet the Friday showing was way more packed than our midday Sunday showing.
It was the only Sunday showing. If you wanted to see it on Sunday, you had to see it when we did.
Yeah, but every showing is only one a day with these movies. Anyway, last one, and this is the most important one.
Oh, Lord.
It's finally happening. The 2020 VTuber revolution has caught up to us. We're finally getting the anime adaptation of the manga, VTuber Legend, How I Went Viral After Forgetting to Turn Off My Stream. I'm going to read you guys word for word the synopsis to describe what's going on here. No, I won't.
No,
Please don't, damn.
20-year-old former wage slave Yuki Tanaka now works among her idols, the streamers of Live On, one of Japan's top VTuber companies. As the gorgeous, polite Aoyuki Kakarane. Sorry. She delivers only the most ladylike content. Unfortunately, her subscriber count and savings are at rock bottom. One evening, after Yuki thinks she's ended her stream, she cracks open a few cold ones and more than a few crude jokes while watching Live On's video archives. But her viewers hear it all, and clips of her bawdy-drunken commentary go viral overnight. Yuki thinks her career is over until her managers reveal that everyone at Live On has been waiting for her to snap all along and gives her free reign to drink on stream.
What?
Now, free of all Vain purity, she jumps right into her new rowdy drunk character and is welcomed into the fold by her fellow live-on VTubers, who turn out to be just as crazy as she is. With her viewers and finances skyrocketing, Yuki's work for the first time in her life is actually fun. Long story short, this is live stream fails turned into an anime.
You know, I was gonna say this premise. I wish it wasn't about VTubers, because actually that sounds kind of funny. But Jesus, I don't want to ever even involve myself with the term VTuber in any capacity.
You can.
No, I don't want to.
It's not that complicated.
Freeman, I know my life has hit a turning point when I see an anime character in an anime sit in front of a computer and have a different anime character on the computer screen, and it's not like Bofuri or some shit where they're in an MMO. It's not sword art.
Does art imitate life, or does life imitate art?
No.
I don't like this.
See, Tyler summed it up perfectly.
I do want to bring up my only actual legitimate concern about this. As you know, I'm fine with the concept of this. But apparently, a lot of the comedy of the manga comes from the fact that, like, they'll draw chat on the side of a panel, so you can, like, see what they're reacting to when a character does something. This is going to be annoying as fuck to do in an anime. Tim, you know this because you're watching Bofuri as well. But, like, the end of every episode of that show has, like, people in their guild chat, like, talking about how OP the main character is. But chat is flying. And when Funimation had the rights to it, they couldn't figure out how to do subtitles. They just, like, spammed subtitles for half a frame at the bottom
it's
of the page.
pathetic.
It was awful. With season 2, Crunchyroll figured out how to line up the subtitles directly with the video, but it still flickers a lot, and you have to pause to keep up with the stream.
Because apparently just reasonable speed scrolling text is just impossible in Adobe.
Either way, like, the text itself moves very fast in that chat, attempting to replicate a real chat. So I'm concerned about a show where, like, half of your comedy relies on this thing that you can't see without pausing every 3 seconds. So they have to figure out how they're going to adapt this correctly. Because this isn't just a subtitle problem. This is also just straight up, like, reading it in Japanese issue.
But here's the flip side. Do you think they might actually invest the effort in making it in English chat?
No, this is Japan. They don't give a shit about their Baka Gaijin.
Baka Gaijin.
Also, they'd have to, like, figure out how they want to translate stuff. Like, one thing you'll notice a lot in any type of, like, Japanese chat is they're spamming W all the time, because it's like the equivalent of just saying lol over and over again. So if you ever see just a mountain of W's, that's what that is. So, like, I don't want to see them try to localize, like, Japanese Twitch culture, because I can't imagine it's enjoyable.
So what you're saying is this is just the worst of all worlds.
It is, and I can't wait for it. Anyway, that's it for the Weeb shit.
Well, sort of.
Wait, actually, no, it's not. This isn't indented correctly. That's not it for the Weeb shit.
Well, I didn't indent it because it is kind of its own thing, because we'll talk about it. It's kind of separate from the actual straight up. But hey, every year Crunchyroll has their anime awards.
All right, and the time to.
We're not gonna go as much as I want to, because Tyler's.
Yeah, because Tyler.
We're not gonna go through and vote for every category.
Because we already did.
Me and Freeman already did it off camera, and we had a lot of fun. But you know what? We can't have that on camera. So like.
Not on camera. It's more like on mic. Jesus, get it right.
I don't know, Freeman. Do you think there was any big snubs, big winners, big shocking things that didn't make it, did make it?
Yeah, I'll tell you the biggest snub here. The fact that we made it 80% through the list before I saw Jobless Reincarnation nominated for anything.
Oh, yeah.
Biggest fucking snub, I swear.
Giga raging, I'm sure, when he does his live stream.
Livid.
Here's the one thing. Here's the one thing, Tyler. We're gonna do one voting thing because you can actually, you've seen most of this even. Anime of the Year nominees. That's all we're gonna do.
It's just the big one.
Yes. We have Ranking of Kings Core 2, Spy Family, Lycoris Recoil, Entertainment District for Demon Slayer, Edge Runners, and Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2.
Fucking Edge Runners. Let's go, baby.
Back on Titan.
I actually think, Freeman, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I voted for Spy Family.
I don't remember
I'll
what
say,
I
you
picked.
fucking
It looks like
losers
it
would
didn't.
vote for Spy Family.
It didn't save my results, or does it let you revote?
Yeah, you revote every day. Remember?
Oh, that's
Remember
right. So
Crunchyroll does
I don't
the-
remember what my originals were. What did I give it to?
I don't remember.
I remember being strictly between Cyberpunk and Demon Slayer for this.
Really, Demon Slayer.
I think that's where I was. I was like stuck between the two of them.
You know what? You say that now. I'm kind of not sure if it was Cyberpunk or Spy Family that I voted for.
All I know is
Cyberpunk was
Spy
really
Family
good.
got nominated for every goddamn category.
Yes,
that's
so-
going to this year.
so
It's
that's-
going to be the one.
So, all right, I gotta actually say an answer. Oh, you know what? I did give it to Cyberpunk because I was so down on Trigger recently with the Star Wars Visions stuff that for them to pull it off, I think is a real accomplishment. I think Spy Family also is going to get nominated every year. There's a Spy Family. Like, we're going to hit this time next year, and Spy Family Season 2 and the movie are both going to be on this list. So I can vote for them next year. But for right now, Cyberpunk was really fucking good. Demon Slayer and also Attack on Titan were, I mean, really
Made
fucking
Speakers
good.
in the
But...
last week, I saw a bunch of clips from the Entertainment District arc again, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, the animation.
Yeah, I still rewatch
phenomenal.
episode 10 because Jesus, that entire like last batch of episodes was just increasingly insanity. I feel like I've watched every other show on this list, so I really should finally watch Lycoris Recoil and just see the John Wick anime.
It's like that's it.
Oh, fun fact.
Literally it.
That one was mega delayed. That was supposed to be fall of like.
Oh yeah,
last year
I
was
did
supposed to
read
come
that.
out.
Yeah, that was supposed to have been fall 2021. That's how delayed that was because of COVID and everything and the production delays.
You know what? I wanted to like Lycoris Recoil, but like all it's got is the John Wick like gunfighting. I'm like, what is it? I don't know what it
It
is.
needs more than just that style.
It
right?
can't just be gun kata and that's it.
That's it. I'm like, okay, so you're doing the center axis relock like John Wick. Got it. What else? I don't know. I just think it's kind of lame. There's the whole week, like, because it's like the one girl. She's like, I don't kill people. That's not good. I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
Are you like a professional shooter?
Yeah. Right. Oh, what? Me? What?
No. The girl isn't she? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's literally gun. It's watered down Gunslinger Girl. That's the whole show. Except like they're not like slaves or whatever. I don't know. Have you seen Gunslinger Girl? It's basically the same thing.
No, but I own it on DVD.
How you own it on DVD and not?
Because once upon a time, I was snatching up DVDs on sale, saying I will eventually watch this. But I bought them right at the time that the anime industry lost their goddamn minds and decided that we need to go from like 20 airing shows a season to 60. So at that point, I just started keeping up with seasonals and never got around to clearing out my
The
DVD
backlog.
collection.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well,
So I'm just waiting for like the first EMP to go off over New York City, and once the electricity's out, I can't watch DVDs. I'll have to reevaluate my DVD watching plan. But next time the internet's dead for extended periods of time,
Not to do another category, but just to throw this out there as something funny that hurt both me and Friedman. My show of the entire year and what Friedman just mentioned about Jobless Reincarnation, Overlord and Jobless Reincarnation were only nominated for Best Fantasy and nothing else, period.
So fucking stupid.
So that hurt a little. Made in Abyss got only a couple nominees. Wish it had gotten more, but overall, I think a lot of the big hitters did get nominated for something at least. I'm trying to think, Freeman, was there any show that we talked about when we were doing the voting that we were like, I'm shocked that there's nothing on here
why
for
didn't
this?
it show up?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I don't think there's anything that jumped out.
I think there was also weirdness because, Chainsaw Man's not on there, and Bleach too, but that's because Crunchyroll left the fall shows off the list because I think most of them technically weren't done when they put everything together.
Yeah, so I'm kind of glad they did it. It's like we have the issue this year that you have stuff like they just nominated Core 2 of shit that was started. Like,
Bochi. Ranking of Kings.
Yeah.
Bochi Core 2 was like way beginning of the year or end of last year. And that was on the list because they missed it. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Spy Family Part 2, Bleach, and Chainsaw Man were all last season, and none of them are on the list because they're saving it for next year.
Yeah, there was a lot of like, Rent a Girlfriend, no nomination. Let's be real here. Didn't need any. But there were a couple, like, I think Komi-san showed up for, like, Best Romance, and Komi-san is arguably not that good.
Yeah.
It's not, like, it's not really a romance, and even if you consider it one, it's not a good one. So, like, that showing up just reminded me it came out that year. But there were pretty much everything that we talked about this year made an appearance at some point.
Yeah, I actually just raced. I'm actually just finishing up racing through my. Yeah, that's everything. Yeah, I just raced through my anime list of stuff that I had marked as completed for like this year and this period. So, yeah, basically everything got covered that really is a big snub. Yeah, so Crunchyroll Awards are open. I think today is like the last day when this comes out. January 25th. Yeah, so the podcast is coming out on midnight Eastern time of the 24th into the 25th. You have until 5 p.m. today if you're listening to this day of to vote in the Anime Awards.
So I had no idea they'd already announced who the presenters are because they used to do like an ensemble presenting team. Now it's just two. But more importantly, they have Sally Amaki, who she got famous because she's this idol in Japan, but she grew up in the U.S. and she's a meme lord. So she would regularly switch to English during her like chats where she's supposed to be like super like cutesy and then just suddenly start like dabbing and doing dumb memes because
oh my god.
But she's a talented voice actress. So there's an upcoming show where she's voicing a character in like the actual real version, but then she's also voicing the same character in the dub. And this is like the first time.
Oh, that's sick.
This has really happened. So I'm excited that she's getting some hype here.
All right. Tyler, that wasn't so bad, right? We weren't really even talking award by award. That wasn't too bad.
I don't know.
No,
yeah,
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So there's actually very little on all of our watched and played list. Wow.
I just remembered stuff at the last minute.
That's fine. You can throw it on the list. We have shockingly little.
I mean, the thing is, we started a shit ton of shows the last time we all gathered for the podcast.
Yeah, and all of them have still been going. There hasn't been nothing new. Actually, did Beaufry start for the last episode?
Oh, it did actually start between.
I guess I can talk about. I'll put it on the list. But we can go in order. So Friedman, I guess you are finally jumping in onto your Eternity season 2.
Yeah, so I had actually started it before the last podcast recording because I needed something to watch during that awkward week where nothing was airing. But I straight up forgot to put it on the list, and by the time I got to the end of the episode, I'm like, it's already late. I'll just talk about it in the next one. But I finally got around to starting season 2 of To Your Eternity, and I kind of get what everyone was saying about just the pacing being all over the place. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there's a lot of time jumps and they're happening very frequently. And it's playing a different angle. Like all of season 1 is just like Fushi is immortal, and now it's playing up the idea of like someone who's immortal has a much longer lifespan than the characters around him, and they're dealing with that aspect of it and how.
So instead of finding a reason to kill every character, sometimes people just die.
Yeah. And this is like Fushi's struggling to come to terms with the fact that like
everyone will leave him.
Everyone he knows will die, whether he wants them to or not.
Well, that's a different kind of existential crisis, that's for sure.
And it's certainly interesting. I've realized that To Your Eternity is going to keep introducing goofy characters. They're never going to go away. We just have to accept it. And I enjoy the characters they have so far, and I'm interested with where they're going. I'm not gonna lie, it's not quite as gripping as the first. I was going to ask season 1 more.
Yeah, I was going to say the important question is, does it beat the last arc of season 1?
It's when it opens, it's struggling to beat the last arc of season 1. I think I've reached the point where like I'm back to neutral, where it's like I'm enjoying this, but it's not where it was when it was at its peak. But it's not. I feel like it could get there again. It's not a lost cause, so I am.
I feel like I'm going to wait until you say this is noticeably better than the last arc of season 1.
All right, yeah, I'll let you know when it feels like it's back to its prime. But right now,
it doesn't even have to reach that, but it can't like that. That was just a real. Let me put it this way: I feel like it's at this point I'm far enough removed from To Your Eternity that I feel like the show is just kind of over, and it will take really good, compelling stuff coming in the pipeline to make me want to get back into that world.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
Because, like, man, that ending, fuck.
Shit.
So, Tyler, you never... I mentioned before we started that Freeman had put an absolutely hilarious note in the show notes about Gundam Witch from Mercury. Did you see what he put in the notes?
I missed it.
Just look. It's not even text.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So,
Splat.
so Tyler Freeman and I all finished Gundam Witch from Mercury last week. And for those people listening to the podcast, me and Tyler especially have ragged on it. Freeman was literally about to ditch us and be like, I don't want to watch this with you guys anymore. It got so...
I'm sitting here trying to be optimistic.
And we are like, fuck this.
Unfortunately, this is sunk cost fallacy, because I'm still trying to get through every Gundam, and I'm sitting through Double Zeta, arguably the worst Gundam ever. And so I'm watching these guys shit on G-Witch, and I'm just like, guys, come on! It might get better. Let's not give up and go
here's
full,
the thing.
full meme review on this.
So
thing.
we were really, me and Tyler, we were both like, this is the end. When we hit the final credits, we are done with Witch from Mercury. And then we watched the last episode, the last 10 minutes.
It was something.
And I'm just like, I don't know if Tyler, I look forward to your answer, but I'm like, they did it. They pulled me back in.
Man, I don't know if they pulled me back in, but like, I think I remember saying something along the lines of like about fucking time.
Yeah. Like,
because like the whole show, like it was like, dude, it was boring. It was the same fucking thing every episode, and then they finally like get some Gundam shit in. I was like, wow, it only took us fucking 10 goddamn episodes, but finally got there, I guess.
As long as they just ditch the high school and go full on.
Let me put it this way.
CEO warfare.
If we go back to... This isn't Misfit. If we go back to school after what just happened, this show has lost all its credibility. You can't just do that. If we are no longer at school, I'm very interested in where this can go.
Yeah, if we are not... You know what? Yeah, if we're not at school, I'm fine with this.
Like,
the second it starts going back to school, I'm gonna be like, yeah, miss me.
Yes, I would 1,000% agree. If they try to be like, okay, we're not spoiling what happened. The post-credits scene is wild. But if they take what happened there and they're like, let's just have some really awkward conversations for 3 episodes at high school, like, nah, I'm out. If we end episode 1 and they're students again, this is not a good show. But if they're like, nah, now we orphans though, like, then I'm like, okay, this is good.
Look, I'm just ready to keep making stupid memes. If you guys walk away from the show, you get one thing, you get your time. But if you keep moving forward, you get 2 things.
Stop.
You get disappointed and you get angry.
Now look, season 1, like, capped off strong enough that I want to see what Core 2, I don't know which one it is at this point for this. Whatever is next, when this comes back.
Core 2?
Yeah, well, I don't trust any of that shit anymore. If they come back and it's not at school and we get more scenes like the final scene, then I'm down for sure. But we'll just have to see. But it really turned it around in that last 10 minutes.
It did, especially with that bug splat. Bug splat was pretty good.
You know what didn't turn it around in the last 10 minutes? The Slime movie.
Oh my god, this movie.
This movie is...
Like, I knew this wasn't going to be a canon story. I knew they're going to introduce some characters and they're not going to matter anymore.
Let me tell a story.
Naruto format.
Let me tell a story here of the literal... Tyler, you can especially... You and Aiden, you guys can both appreciate this. Having seen anime non-canon... Movies that are questionably canon. Let's put it that way. So going into this movie, There is a character introduced almost immediately. The first character you meet who is very definitively related to like one of the main side groups that Rimuru has working for him, okay? Like literally it's in all the trailers. It's a brother to it's like another lost character from this one group. They meet up, everyone's happy. We get to the end of the movie, and of course the brother is dying. This doesn't matter about spoilers. Unlike Gundam, this is nothing. Can't even get over how dumb this is.
Yeah.
So of course he's tricked into being a bad guy, whatever. He's all look at all your rage, you're dying. He starts dying. The other character that they introduced goes, I will sacrifice my life to save you. Anime bullshit, but whatever. And that's like, okay, he's dying. This movie, so we go from, okay, this movie can't be canon. The brother character who we care about is dying, right? So they're freely making this not canon because the only character who's related to us directly is dying, so we can cut that cord. Then this other character swoops in and goes, I will sacrifice my life to save you. And you go, oh shit. That's pretty cool. So we're back to potentially being canon again.
But hold on. I want to cement here. The only reason that the brother died was because he's trying to protect the character who's now sacrificing herself to save him.
He's like, I must die.
When she said this.
Yes, he's like, I must die. You saved my life twice. I will die to save your life. And he literally crumbles into dust. And she goes, nah, you protected me. I will sacrifice my life to bring you back to life.
Fuck.
So she brings him back, and then she turns into golden dust. And so her whole thing is she has this tiara that like sort of grants wishes. Great. We meet the character, whatever. I'm not even getting into it.
Well, actually, I am getting into that. So the whole point of this movie is that character you're talking about, Tim, they won't show up till season 5. So this was like our sneak preview.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah, like that's the only takeaway from this movie.
So it is canon.
Sort of.
So she.
This.
Let me finish. So she goes, okay, I'm gonna use this power that I have. I'm gonna sacrifice my life energy to cast a spell big enough to bring you back to life. And he comes back to life, and then she crumbles into this golden dust, and it starts drifting up into the sky. And then this character, who has been not physically there, but is related to what's going on,
pulling the strings, basically.
Pulling the strings, just does this God mode shit and goes, you know, I'm entertained by you. You can go back to life. And she resurrects too.
Like, I've watched Val get visibly pissed at this point.
And so, end result is both characters sacrifice themselves for the other, and then both get to come back to life, and there's no losses whatsoever.
All in the span of less than 100.
Literally within a minute, this happens. We go from the brother crumbling to dust to her going, I won't let this happen, to him going, I'm so sad. No one can do anything. Even the main character, Rimuru, is like, I can't do anything. And then other character just swoops in and goes, you're alive.
Tell me how anime is good again.
So the animation was
so
good, though.
There was a gorgeous
like,
chase in this mine tunnel.
It has the side characters getting their own like ninja battle sequence. This was like top 10 anime battles the movie. That was the entire point, is just to watch the fights. There's this one chase scene through these CG mines that looked so fucking slick. Like, you hear me shit on CG and anime all the time. This shit was beautiful. And I'm upset that it happened in this barely canon slime movie. But yeah, you're right, Tyler. Anime was a mistake.
Yeah, so it was really funny. That was honestly the funniest part. But legitimately, so I was going to bring this up. I don't know for sure if the count of people was the same, but being in the quintuplets movie was such a more fun movie-going experience than this. This was just
this one
people.
Was like an actual respectful dead silence.
This was
theater.
just people quietly watching, like, honestly, not that amazing of action. Whereas quintuplets was like everyone was getting hyped when they were playing up all the different characters and everything, and listening to you guys and everybody else in the theater get hype was so entertaining.
Let's be real. Quintuplets isn't a romance; it's a comedy.
It is.
I long for the day where another Konosuba movie, the millionth Megumin thing, comes to theaters so that we can all go see it and laugh at it out loud with everybody.
If not God's blessing, it's I forget what the actual title is. If the Megumin show gets a movie, I'm gonna lose it.
Jesus Christ. Freeman, I was being sarcastic. We have too much Megumin shit. We don't need this much.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
don't
we
have
still
enough.
got like half this list left.
Oh, no, I meant like in terms of like the Konosuba shit. Like, can we get real
I'm
Konosuba?
talking.
All right. And so, yeah, that was the Slime movie. Hilariously average time. I'm still looking forward to the next season of Slime. Oh, also, I know I was going to say, whoever made this movie loves Diablo way more than any other character in the entire show.
Yeah,
Talk
all
about
the side characters to give all the screen time. They pick just one, and he's the one who gets all the screen time.
They give one guy way more screen time and way more facial animation than everybody else in the entire cast of the movie. Oh man, that was great. As someone who loves Diablo, I thought it was really funny, but I also recognize this is weird. Bofuri, aka Shield Heroine, the no stakes video game movie or show that is now better than Shield Hero, sadly, is back. Val and I have started it without Freeman because we're already working through too many shows in our very limited group watch window.
Yeah.
But it's Bofuri. It's decent. It's fine. It's good.
It physically hurt when I realized the season 1 came out 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Time's going too fast. But it feels like no time has passed. The show is the same as season 1.
Yes, this show is literally the same. I will say it's a little disappointing that they literally in 2 episodes, Freeman, they cover 3 levels of the game when it took.
I know. I'm caught up.
Oh, you are? Okay, nice.
Yeah.
It took an entire season to get to the end of level 3, and now we've covered 3 floors in 2 episodes.
Yeah, it kind of screams like season 1 was like, we have a limited material to work with, so let's stretch it. Now it's they have a lot of material and they don't know if season 3 is happening, so they're like.
Speaking of the pacing being poor in a Silverlink show, Misfit of Demon Academy is really good, except it's way fast.
Oh, I don't know why they're speedrunning this show.
Because I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
But now that Aiden is here, we can both talk about how Misfit is still a wonderful date night that Aiden and I have together, where it is just us laughing our asses off at this show still.
Bro, Demon King Academy, it's a good show. I just like it, it's one of those shows that like only comes around every once in a while that scratches a certain itch where you just don't give a fuck about anything and you just want the main character to fucking be a badass and just fuck shit up. And that's exactly what it is.
Like, it is so funny this week when they're like, oh shit, we have to get this done in 10 days, and we need an eclipse to happen, and the eclipse is happening in 9 days, and Anos just reaches up and moves the moon.
Good lord.
And as soon as they said that, I'm pretty sure, Aiden, that I went, I wonder if Anos is going to move the moon. And then instantly, Anos reaches up.
I mean, what else do you do? Like, of course you just move the moon. Like, why? Duh.
And then he even takes it a step further. He's like, he literally says, even moving the stars is no problem for someone like me. And it's like, wait, that's the moon, Anos. You say you could move stars in the sky, no problem?
Again, after resurrecting the literal god of gods at 10% power just because he could.
Oh, episode 1 was so wonderful. Oh,
God damn it.
This show just scratches all the... But seriously, they need to slow down a little bit.
They do.
There are so many characters, so many plot lines, so much... Honestly, one of the funniest parts is when 2 of the side characters go, wow, we're learning a lot of names and a lot of stuff is happening right now. And the other character goes, yep, that's true. I'm just not thinking about it. And it's like, are they trying to tell us this is how we need to enjoy the show now? Because shit's going way too fast.
Me too.
This whole child of God shit and like taking a test from a tree and how did you cheat? Oh, I just summoned my sword that defies logic. So putting blank answers on a test gives you 100%. Like it's just
Oh,
dumb
God.
enough that it's perfect. It's honestly
Yeah,
it's the
absolutely.
most perfect dumb thing in the world, and I love it so much. And I'm crushed that it's going to be delayed in like a month.
No, shut up. We're not gonna talk about it.
Tyler, it's a good thing you and Val aren't watching this show.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
You would
no,
not
fuck
you
that,
would not be on this wavelength.
fuck
Yeah, I'm
that.
just glad to hear the absurdity is still.
Oh, he's
Like,
absurd.
it's absurd the plot
It's
is,
a
'cause-
special show for special people.
Aiden, I know you've been hearing me and Freeman talk about it, but I truly think you should give Eminence and Shadow a shot.
Eminence and Shadow. All right,
It's
I'll put it on the
shorter. It is on High Dive, so I don't know if you'll be able to watch it easily, but
You
I'm
always
sure you
fail
could.
for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sure you could find
I'm
it.
sure I will find a way.
But it's definitely less hilarious, but it's also it's kind of along that Overlord vein, Misfit vein, that is just
Okay.
funny, dumb main character humor.
But it's got that like
down
main
with that.
character's overpowered, but like in a brain damaged
In it,
kind of way.
yes, in it.
Okay. All right, that's
The best way we can describe
that's
this.
a way to say it.
Oh
Fair.
wow.
Fair.
Anyway, Tyler, you want to talk about a serious video game about plague?
About y'all want to play some rats?
You want to? We're the rats. We're the rats.
Where are the rats? I beat Plague Tale Requiem recently.
Oh, you actually beat it? I forgot that
Yeah.
game existed.
Right? Yeah,
Sorry.
just like God of War. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Anyway, I beat it. It's not that good as the first one. I
Really?
think if I were to rate it, I'd probably rate it like a 6.
Wow. How?
Damn,
Would you give the? What
bro.
would you have given the original? Like a 9?
No, not that high.
Oh, okay.
Probably like a 7. Like, or an 8. Like,
Okay, so it's a
was
downgrade, but it's
definitely
not like a
enough for
cliff.
me to be like, yeah, it was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'll definitely play the second one. But like the pacing was just not great. Like a lot of it honestly could have been cut out. Like the game was like a 15-hour game,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it didn't need to be this long. Yeah, and like it was just, I don't know. They didn't improve on any of the gameplay. A lot of it just felt the same. I feel like the only thing that they focused on were like set pieces, and there was like a lot more like arena fighting. Well, not like, and I say that in like they send out like a bunch of guys and like you have to fight them on. I'm like, I thought this is not what this game was about, but all right. Like I know there was like one or two of those kind of sections in like the first game, but like they started popping up like a lot more in this game. But yeah, no, I don't think it was that great.
It was
The
bad, man.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. Michelle felt the same too. She watched me play through the whole thing. I finished an audiobook. I've been going through because I have Audible. And my
Not
last
sponsored.
apparently it's not a proud thing to say for some people. I don't know if you guys heard about the controversy for
Oh
Audible.
no, what happened?
So
The controversy
quick
for
thing.
what?
For Audible.
Oh no.
Yeah, so apparently in like Audible, it's come out like Brandon Sanderson did a thing where he was explaining why he was like this Kickstarter project he had like wasn't going to be on Audible because Audible doesn't give a lot of their percentage to authors. Like in fact, it's like a gross amount that like they don't give the authors. So he was like, not going to do that. And then like there's been like a bunch of backlash against Audible because they don't like, give authors good shit, but like I'm like whatever, I'm still a consumer. Fuck this shit. I'm still going to use Audible. But some
Damn.
people are like we're starting to boycott Audible and shit. Like a small pocket. But I downloaded the Skyward series Cytonic, or the book is called Cytonic in the Skyward series. I feel like I talked about it here, maybe. I can't remember. It's this young adult book about this girl, and she is a pilot. And it's in space, and she fights stuff with her friends, and it's fun. I don't think you would. I don't think you would like it though, Tim.
Hmm.
Yeah,
How would
it's
you
not
describe the tone of it?
the tone.
Like, is it serious? Is it campy? Is it
It's
like
it can be serious
adventure?
at sometimes. Like it can be serious a lot of the times. But like it can be like I don't know. It's like your typical like YA book. Like
Hmm.
it like I like the first one actually a lot better than the subsequent two. Because the first one felt a lot more serious. Like the gravity of the situation at hand was a lot more serious. Like in the first book, right? She has a class of a bunch of other kids who are also trying to be pilots, and it turns out that like their government is like running out of pilots to fight these like weird aliens, right? That come down and try to fucking kill them all, right? And they're like, well, you're not full-fledged pilots yet, but we're gonna send you out there anyway. And like her friends die, and it's a bad time. And she's trying to prove herself against like the government or like this Top Gun basically, right? Um, because it's her dad ended up betraying people, uh, and they had to shoot him to end his like flight had to shoot him down and stuff like that. And it goes into a lot of that stuff. And the reason why I'm not recommending this, Tim, is because the subsequent books, like, they turn into a completely different tone than the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like the first one is like very Top Gun, which is cool, right? And then the second one like turns into like this weird like kind of spy espionage thing, but like not quite in the way you'd imagine.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not like some of the other books that I would recommend you
Yeah.
or that I have been. The other ones were solid. Like I don't know if this is solid. Like I'm having fun with it, but like I don't know if I would recommend this.
Hmm. Gotcha.
And I also watched Strange Worlds, that Disney animation thing.
Yeah. How
Wait, what
was
is
that?
this?
It was good. I thought it was good, but it felt kind of mediocre. Like I felt like there was like,
Rachel gave it a 2 on Letterboxd. I saw 2.5.
damn, I'm surprised Rachel gave it a 2. She seems like the person who would give this a 4.
I
It
know.
had
That's why it
everything
was
in there,
weird.
man. It had interracial couples. It had gay relationships,
There it
bro.
is.
Like it had everything. It was checking all the boxes. But I'll give
Checking
it
out.
this: it wasn't making it awkward. It
Like
didn't make it
it
super
fit
awkward.
well.
Yeah, like I don't think they made it like weird. So I was appreciative of that.
She also
I don't
gave
know.
Catch Me If You Can only 3 stars, so like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You can't trust anything she says.
Damn.
Uh,
That's a 4-star movie.
Yeah, for real. That's a good movie.
but yeah, like I thought it was okay. Michelle also thought it was okay. Like it wasn't stellar, but it wasn't bad either. Like it's definitely one of those I recommend. Like if you don't have anything else to watch and like you want something to just kind of put on, like it's one of those. Like I mean, the movie's very predictable.
All
But
right.
it's cool though.
Keep it in the
Sorry.
back pocket.
Yeah, like if for some reason you feel like watching a Disney animated movie and you've really got nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did I rate it on Letterboxd? I think I rated it a 3.
Yeah, I saw. That's how I
Yeah,
saw. Yeah, you gave it a 3.
yeah. But that's it.
Cool. All
All
right.
right.
Well, we are on
That's
a
everything.
we're on a good pace to just call it here. An hour and a half. We didn't even break 2 hours. So we can talk about anime. No, okay.
No.
Yeah. So until next time, we will call it here. So my name is Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
Just Tyler.
Aiden.
Wait, actually, one last thing, Aiden.
Oh boy. What's
No,
up?
no. Give us one other thing you did or watched or played.
Well,
Since you've been sinking time into at least one game that I know of.
so I'm playing Warframe again.
This.
Should we be proud? Should we be upset? I'm not sure how to feel about
it's
this.
like me.
He hasn't
playing
spent
World
money
of
yet, so
Warcraft again. It's like I have a condition and I can't do anything about it. So it is what it is. I've also been sinking a fuck ton of time into Valheim because, like, what an absolute banger of a game. I have a server hosted in my house right now.
Whoa.
Oh,
I got the server going. We're on like day 100 now. About to go fuck up the swamp and shit. As far as games, those are the two big ones, and then my friend Michael's trying to entice me to play on Daisy and Amalsk again.
Dude,
Whoa.
did I tell you every day he's been asking me to play every day?
I mean, maybe it's time, Tyler.
Like, God damn it! Like I told him, I was like, dude, every time I go to install this
okay.
game, fine.
I
What is
understand your trepidation because I went through the same thing. And you know what? There will be it's like The Godfather, bro. There will be a day, and that day may never come, that you will understand why DayZ is a fun game, but that day might never come.
Damn it. Yeah, that
Like,
day may never
it
come.
was the day for me was we're playing on Trinaris, and we have no map. It was a vanilla server, so we're just like going off of like, where's the fucking sun at? Do we kind of see our surroundings or anything? Like, do we understand like, any local like landmarks and whatnot? We know we're near each other, and I have a gun, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll pop off a shot. He'll hear it. He'll at least get my general direction, right? Well, that lured some wolves. I get attacked by wolves. I am now bleeding out in the wilderness.
Uh-oh.
And I have no idea where I am. I'm hobbling through the woods, dying, bleeding. I find a lone trailer on the side of a dirt road. I take shelter in this trailer. I'm fading in and out of consciousness. And things are looking bleak. And through just an absurd amount of luck, Michael finds me in this trailer on the side of this random road and nurses me back to health.
Jesus Christ.
At which point I get attacked by another pack of wolves.
God damn it.
And except this time we're together, so we have friendship.
Nice.
We hunker down in a Boy Scout camp. I'm sick. I'm recovering from my wounds. It's dark. It's fucking pitch black outside. We're in different rooms talking to each other. And there's just like noises in the distance. Like cars driving by, it sounds like. Like, I can't tell if it's zombies walking around outside or like fucking trees just blowing in the wind and whatnot. And we just sat there for like 2 hours while the sun came back up.
How wholesome.
And we rolled out of there with like, we're kitted, we're like all healthy, nobody's sick, nobody died. And I was like, I understand why this is a fun game. And that house will forever be known as Bug House because we were tripping for all 2 hours about like, yo, you hear a guy outside? Nah, it's just the wind. And like, all things considered, really nothing happened, but it was an adventure.
And that's what's important.
Yeah. So there it is.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we ended on that story. So until next time, we'll be back with more wonderful stories from Maidens. But until then, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.